adjustment of high performance moves that easily create consecutive advantages, situations, and lead to one-sided developments. Yeah, that is the biggest problem of a game right now. Someone applies a mix-up on you, and even if you deal with the mix-up properly, they're still plus, and it's still their turn, and they apply yet another mix-up. What kind of gameplay is that exactly? What's up, guys? TheMainManSWE here, hoping you're all doing awesome as always. Bandai Namco, the Tekken developers, have also released a few notes here regarding the upcoming patch version 201, and they talk a little bit here regarding the balancing, what they're looking at in terms of balancing the game. So there are a couple of notes, but also what they've been looking at in terms of ranked matchmaking. In Tekken 8 version 201, additional adjustments have been made to address the game's attack-heavy balance, so too much aggression. Aggression was going to be the name of the game. That was the tag of the game. Like, we want aggression, dynamic, always keep your opponent on their feet. But it's clear to everyone it became too much, and it needs to be toned down, to say the least. Alongside the previously implemented fixes for issues that could be addressed quickly, so that was the emergency patch, this update also begins to tackle longer-term issues such as reducing air combo damage, hopefully here just one tailspin and maybe air burst, heat burst shouldn't bound, and reworking heat burst performance, which were raised frequently by players and required more time to evaluate. I mean, Heat Burst did lose a lot of tracking, but for some reason, Dragonov and Brian have an almost homing Heat Burst still. That's not very fair, is it? Gradual adjustment of moves with excessive return. Adjustment of moves where the return is disproportionately high relative to the risk involved. Of course. Adjustment of high-performance moves that easily create consecutive advantages, situations, and lead to one-sided developments. Yeah, that is the biggest problem of a game right now. Someone applies a mix-up on you, and even if you deal with the mix-up properly, they're still plus, and it's still their turn, and they apply yet another mix-up. What kind of gameplay is that exactly? How can you put in moves that are homing mid and plus on block? Through these adjustments, the goal is to achieve a more balanced playing field across all characters and foster an environment where diverse strategies can thrive. Awesome. Additionally, moves not targeted in this update will continue to be reviewed based on player trends and feedback, with further adjustments implemented as necessary. That's great. Okay, so here we go, point 2, and this is the nerf to combos. Combo damage. Thing is, yeah, combo damage is one thing. Wall travel is something else. Like with Heihachi, for example, having 2 tailspins and 2 bounds with the tornado bound and the heat burst, like you wall to wall on a lot of maps. Like I feel like most characters now with the buffs to combos, I feel like everyone's got an insane wall travel. I mean, this started with Tekken 7 Season 3, a patch that also wasn't, a lot of fun. But now I feel like everyone is like insane wall travel. Like Season 2 did even more to push us in this direction yet again. So in consideration of a current trend of increasing overall combo damage, adjustments have been made to the damage of moves that contribute significantly to particularly powerful aerial combos across all characters. These changes are intended to increase the opportunities for offense, defense, and tactical exchanges, while also addressing the excessive disparity and damage potential between characters. Well, for some characters, like, damage is sort of their identity. Heihachi should hit hard. Brian should hit hard. Kuma even should hit hard. But the thing is, Brian should maybe have a harder time getting you airborne. That's the thing. I don't know if I agree with, like, everyone doing the same damage. I don't want to see Yoshi do as much damage as Brian. That's just dumb, in my opinion. That would be stupid. Adjustment to heat burst performance. Okay, in light of the fact that during exchanges surrounding heat burst activation, it was often difficult for the defending player to to evade the move with sidesteps even when anticipating the activation. The overall tracking performance of Heat Burst against lateral movement has been reduced. Okay, so yet again, they're nerfing Heat Burst tracking. This adjustment is intended to make it easier for the defending side to respond through movement and evasion, thereby enabling more interactive mind game that reward defensive techniques. I mean, most people use Heat Burst in pro play to stuff offense, because offense is so unbelievably strong now that you actually see pro players, rather than deal with Clive's heat, they just power crush it. If they have Rage Art, they Rage Art it. Because that's Season 2. A lot of characters are so unbelievably oppressive in their offense that generic Tekken fundamental defense is not an option anymore. Ducking, stepping, backdashing, interrupting. So you basically just power crush. Or you have a Heat Burst to try and get out of it, basically. So Heat Burst is used defensively. But it's okay, it's going to have less sidestep tracking now. So if someone calls you out on it, okay. Is it still going to bound, though? I feel like maybe that bound should go. Future adjustments in the next update. 2.02 is scheduled for release June 3rd. This update will include adjustments to certain character-specific moves that consume remaining heat timer duration. This update will include adjustments to certain character-specific moves that consume remaining heat timer durations. Okay, so make them consume a lot more heat, or as well as balance improvements through targeted character tweaks. Oh, okay. Oh, dear Lord. Are we not going to see character tweaks in 2 days then? Right. We're just going to see gradual adjustment. So they mean, yeah, this is something that's going to happen over time then, obviously. This patch sort of has to be good now in 2 days because June 3rd... Okay, it's pretty early in June though, so it's not a month later. That's good. But still, the game is kind of painful to play right now. Let's just say people are playing the most oppressive characters in the high-level ranks, and it's just... Yeah, it's kind of torture. I think Alyssa is... I play against Alyssa's every day, and I'm just wondering what exactly can I do against this. There's nothing I can do. So let's just see what we're going to do with the ranked matchmaking. Matching issues. Due to the rank reset, the ranks of sub-characters other than the main character have significantly decreased. Yes. Leading to an imbalance in the rank distribution. The current matching logic prioritizes matches with opponents in similar rank ranges, causing longer matchmaking times, especially in higher ranks. Oh yeah. I mean, if you are currently like, I think if you're Tekken King like I am, you're in the 1%. You're in the top 1%. And if you play like midday, people have actually been able to make sort of a website where we can see who's online. And if you're Tekken King, there are like typically there's one player online in like EU. One player, if you're lucky. As a result, high-ranked players are often forced to play with sub-characters, leading to matches with significant skill gaps. Absolutely. Rank point fluctuation issues. Due to stricter point fluctuations based on rank differences and with change in the rank promotion bonus to a one-time occurrence, situations such as a match right after promoting becoming a demotion match are occurring. Yes. Even when matched with a similarly skilled opponent, a rank difference caused by a recent promotion can result in low point gains from a promoted player and significant point losses for a loss, increasing the risk of rematches. Oh, right. I hadn't even thought about that. That's true. Yeah. You promote against someone, and then if you rematch them, you will lose more points now than you just gained if you lose the match. Yeah. As a result, we have recognized that it has become more difficult to rank up in comparison to Season 1. I mean, a lot of people have liked that, though, but it is unbelievably difficult. But it also leads to situations where Kaiwis hits God of Destruction, and then he sits for an hour, 10 minutes on his stream just doing anything but playing Tekken. He's stuck in warm-up space because no one else has God of Destruction. But, you know, suffering from success, to be honest. Oh, boo-hoo. Like, yeah. To address these issues, we will implement the following 4 adjustments. Mitigating point loss for defeat. The amount of points lost for a defeat will be reduced for ranks from Vanquisher to Battle Ruler. So Vanquisher to Battle Ruler, a loss won't mean as much. Okay. Battle Ruler is a very high... I mean, it's not a very high rank, but it's a pretty respectable rank right now. I'd rather see this maybe end at Vanquisher. I feel like at Battle Ruler, do you really need hand-holding? I don't know. Adjustments to point fluctuations based on rank differences. For ranks below Tekken God, the point gain for defeating a lower ranked opponent will be increased. So I will be handheld as well. For ranks below Tekken God, so that includes me, Tekken King, the point gain for defeating a lower ranked opponent will be increased. So if I smoke someone who is Bushin, I will get more points than before. I don't know. Do we want to keep ranked as hardcore as fucking possible? But it also means an environment where, yeah, again, Tekken King, 1% of a player base. You just don't have a lot of people to play against. The thing is, what do you want? A super hardcore rank? But that also means you get a ranked where as soon as you hit, like, Bushin already, you have very few people to play against. And you almost can't play ranked. It's very difficult, I guess. Like, what exactly are you looking for here? Under the same conditions, the point loss for defeat will be decreased. I lose less points as well, getting smoked by someone who's lower rank than me. I guess we have to see the numbers exactly. It's hard to tell what they mean here. Preventing immediate demotion after promotion. For ranks below Tekken God, a new feature will be implemented that prevents demotion in the first match immediately after promotion. Okay. The rank will be maintained regardless of the outcome, but this effect applies only to the first match after promotion. Oh, okay. So, ranked is so competitive right now that you know, if you keep playing, you are going to get demoted. You know, my Kazuya, I hit Emperor, and when I was demoted, Emperor Tekken King, Emperor Tekken King, Emperor Tekken King, and then I was demoted all the way back to Kishin. That's how fucking tough rank is. Yeah. Anything that applies only once on a promotion, it doesn't matter, because if you keep playing ranked, you're gonna go like this between ranks. Expansion of win streak bonus points. The range of ranks eligible for win streak bonus points will be expanded from Tenryu to Kishin. Ranks at Kishin and below, players can earn bonus points for achieving a free win streak or higher. All of this combined is going to lead to way more people in blue ranks now. Only 9% of a player base is currently Fujin. 9%. And this is, by the way, the sweatiest the player base has ever been. Because the player count has gone down. Tekken 8 is at its lowest player count. So if you've hit Fujin right now, it's in the sweatiest chunk of a player base. 9% of that player base. So, like, Fujin is no joke right now. No joke. But these changes serve to throw more people towards blue rank. And in turn, hopefully more people then into, like, Tekken King, for example. So that it will alleviate high-level players having no opponents, basically. Good changes, I guess. Of course, it's the balancing that we're looking at the most is the most important. Combo damage going down, I think, is good. But of course, it's just what they said regarding alleviating over-the-top attacks. And over-the-top attacks mitigating counterplay and leading to yet another mix-up, you know, on block. That's the core problem with Season 2. But, like, that fix is going to take a lot of time because you have to go character by character by character, alleviating that shit. Yeah, I just don't know how much we can expect from the patch in 2 days. I don't know. But they said they've reinstated the old balancing team. I hope they are working tirelessly to fix this because, you know, deep down, Tekken 8 has everything there to be the goated Tekken game. It really does. Like, in terms of content, story mode, Unreal Engine 5 graphics, voice actors, giving the characters more character, in my opinion, with voice lines everywhere. A lot of the characters are very fun to play, you know, and then they've just doubled down on this aggression, and it's painful to play. It is painful to block for 15 seconds at a time. And how is my only counterplay throwing a power crush? So we get to patch now in 2 days, really hoping what we've said here, but we can see the fruits of that labor. The 3rd of June, hopefully on a character basis, a lot of good things happen. You know, the presentation they just did, they seemed, you know, they seemed aware of the community is not too happy right now. It's a very grounded, humble presentation. Even thank the players for, you know, like, thank you for coming to EVO Japan in this tournament, even though the circumstances are so bad. You know, so they show awareness. I guess we'll see in 2 days. I'll be reading the patch notes on my stream. We will be having the patch, so hoping it's good stuff. So thanks for listening to me, everyone. Hope you all have a great day. Take care.